Please hold on. Please hold on. Please hold on. Yeah. So we want to be intentional about it. Okay, it starts from there. It starts from, first of all, determining that I'm going to put something out there. I'm going to say my brand stands for something. You're being intentional. Now, you are going to start from knowing who your customer is. Okay, this alone actually is something that we could talk about for the whole day. But let me just summarize it saying that you cannot satisfy everybody. Okay, if your brand is that one that is trying to, it's just like casting a small net, trying to cast it inside the big ocean and saying you want to take all the fishes there. You have to target somewhere. Do you understand? And take what is there, or else your boat will overturn. So, the idea of knowing your customer is to know, okay, who exactly am I selling to? What are they? What motivates them? Okay, why are they going to buy from me? That's the first step in knowing how to define your brand personality. We're going to be using Stitches. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's here. Yeah, Stitches. Okay, from the data I got, most of us here are fashion designers. We're in the fashion industry. So I've picked one of the businesses, and then we're going to be using it as a case study so that you can follow me. So we're going to pick the demographics, like the age, the stage of life, where your customers are. That's very, very, very key. Where are they? Their income. Are they high earning, low, moderate, middle class, and all of that? Okay, so stage of life, for instance, if you give 10 naira, why am I saying 10 naira? Doesn't have value like that. Okay, let's say 1,000. If you give 1,000 to a 10-year-old, give 1,000 to a 21-year-old, and give 1,000 to a 40-year-old, okay, they are going to use that 1,000 for different things. That is to say, the age, the stage of life, okay, actually determines what exactly people do with what they have. A 10-year-old or less is probably thinking of getting some kind of game, getting ice cream, or getting something like that. Meanwhile, a 21-year-old is now probably in university and desires more of a social life than the 10-year-old. So with the 1,000, think of how you can impress your colleagues, okay? You think of other things, you want to get gadgets and all of that. A 40-year-old has more responsibility, maybe has a family or something, and will probably think of how you can turn this 1,000 into more money. Okay, I hope you are following me. So those things are important. You have to know exactly what okay. All right, thank you for that. Exactly what motivates your target audience. Okay, I want to just briefly describe something about that. It's called the Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs. It's just you can look it up when we leave this webinar, just to have a better understanding. Is a model by a psychologist to say that, okay, people have different things that motivate them. Okay, motivation determines needs. At the lowest stage, there's physiological needs. Need for food, need for shelter. Like we said, sky is one of the basic goods where you have that physiological need, that hunger. Okay, and in the next stage is need for security, need for things like health and all of that. The next stage is need for social gatherings, need for a social life, so to speak, need for friendship, need for a relationship. You agree with me that somebody that's not eating in 5 days cannot really care about, whether or not they are making friends, whether or not they are interacting with people, or maybe someone that lives under the bridge. Do you understand? So Abraham Maslow was just trying to say these needs are in hierarchy. After you've satisfied this, you can go to this. And that is to say that, your target audience, understanding their demographics will help you understand where exactly they are and what their needs might be. Now, on the top of this list is need for, self-actualization, and also need for esteem. Okay, need for people to look at you in a certain way. Need for you to be your ambition to come out, so to speak. So if you have health issues, that's the second stage. If you have health issues, you cannot be thinking of self-esteem. Do you understand? So that's what he was just saying. This again is just a table that you can use to understand how you use the desire of your customer, how you can leverage on that to give your brand a personality. Somebody wants to stand out from the crowd, so you can now project a unique and social identity for the person. Project that you're going to make the person be seen as special. Okay, somebody wants to enjoy a sense of well-being, like Coca-Cola has been able to do. Seek a stress-free state, that kind of thing. Feel like they measure up and all of that. So for Stitches now, what we are trying to do is Stitches wants to sell clothes, classy and sophisticated clothes, simple clothes, simple but classy clothes to her target audience. Okay, she's a fashion designer. So like we saw in the former slide, with the age, let's say hypothetically a 25-year-old, okay, the psychographic, what exactly is the motivation for that? It can be self-esteem. It can be to maybe you want to go to a party, be a party person. You want to project a certain type of personality at the party. So now the next thing is, after you've been able to understand who your audience is, then it helps you to understand whatever character the person might have. Okay, so let me quickly say that when you are developing a customer persona, we're not exactly saying, okay, this is all there is to this person. We're not saying, okay, all the time the person wants to be luxurious and flamboyant. Okay, we're saying at the time the person is trying to engage your business, who are they? What do they want? Okay, when I'm going to Martha's Kitchen, I want luxury, I want sophistication, I want perfect ambience, I want to have an intimate dinner. Okay, when I'm going to Amala Sky, I want food, I want down to earth experience. I want to really experience what it is to eat traditional food. So who are they at the point where, who are they and what they want at the point where they are engaging your brand? This is what will help you to create the perfect persona, okay, for your brand. Okay, so what you're trying to do is to create the person, the ideal person that will be buying from you. When you understand the personality of that person, you can use it to craft a personality for your own brand. If Stitches, for instance, is targeting somebody that is simple, somebody that pays attention to details, somebody that is organized, somebody that is not exactly the life of the party, but wants to make a statement. Okay, now Stitches will project that sophistication, that simple but classy, Okay, we pay attention to details. It will be, it will be infused at every point of the customer's interaction with you. So this is the second stage. Okay, you want to select. I put here that you can select 3 to 5 characteristics of your target audience that complement themselves. Of course, they cannot be clashing. At the point they're engaging your brand, they want to enjoy themselves. They want to feel this way. They want to things that are around excitement, so to speak. So you now mirror your own brand and see, okay, these are the characteristics that I can use for my own brand. Yeah, so this slide shows how detailed some of these companies are when it comes to looking for who exactly their customer is. Some companies spend thousands of dollars. They pay some of their customers, okay, to document what happens on the day that they are engaging their brand. The day that you go to a coffee shop, for instance, this is an example. What happens in the morning, a day in the life of Sarah. So they pay some people, some of their clients actually document this thing. Some of them go as far as just being there and watching their customers, watching what they do, watching, trying to see who they interact with, trying to get what their motive might be for interacting with their brand. Starbucks does it, Walmart, they do all those kind of things. They pay attention to their persona. So this is a detailed example of the ideal customer of this particular coffee shop. Okay, the background, the finances, the behaviors, okay, what exactly she's looking for, the other brand affinities, the hopes and dreams. You can see that these things are detailed, and they are not necessarily things that you might be able to sit in your room and project. Fine, you can make assumptions, but you have to confirm those assumptions by going out and asking questions, and just interacting. One mistake that business owners make, you should just sit down and assume that, okay, because I'm like this kind of person is going to interact with me. You have to get why. You have to be sure why they will interact with you. So this is just an example. Now I spoke about assigning a character to your brand. These are just examples of the kind of characters that you can assign to your brand. The bold, you are projecting, you are adventurous, imaginative, innovative, elegant, you are warm, friendly, and things like that. So you want to pick, after your the ideal customer persona, you want to pick the maybe 5. You definitely have to be streamlining it. You can start with 7 characteristics, streamline it to 5, streamline it to 3, so that your advertising, your logo, branding, even your brand name would align with those characteristics. Okay, so now the next part is to bring it to life visually. Your brand name, your brand logo. I want you to look at these 2 different logos of stitches. This one I'm touching with the red dress is logo 1. This is logo 2. Now I want you to tell me in the comment section which of the brand logos actually says simplicity. Simplicity is source. I'm waiting for your answers in the comment section. Number 1 or number 2. You can unmute your mic. Okay. Someone says number 2. Okay, number 2. Simplicity is source. Which one says simplicity is source? Okay. Everybody is saying number 2. So MMCCs, if you are here, this is free consulting for you. someone says number 1, another person says number 2. So you can see that, you know, it is almost easy to be able to identify, to classify, you know, a brand in your mind just by looking at the logo. Now, if for instance this, okay, someone says number 1, somebody says neither. Okay, so someone says neither. This is just an example. Okay, so imagine that, you know, this second one had a kind of slogan that said, "We bring the excitement to your ordinary day life," or something like that. Your logo doesn't portray that as being, you know, an excitement logo. So that goes to say that everything must tally. There's the issue of color psychology. I don't want to go into details of that. It's just by saying there's some colors that you can associate with a particular personality, like Coca-Cola. If you remember the slide I shared with all those brands, Coca-Cola, Red Bull, all of them, they have red colors. Okay, they are appealing to that you know, the excitement feeling, so to speak. Yellow also does that. Very, very bright yellow also does that. Then blue, when you saw in the other side I showed that blue was BMW, Samsung, Ford, all of them. There is a way you feel when you look at a brand and the color is blue. Okay, you are not thinking excitement. You're not perceiving excitement. You're not perceiving outdoors. So more of competence, reliability, and things like that. When you see green, of course, because green has been associated with nature, you tend to see growth. Okay, you tend to see just characteristics around growth. Okay, you tend to see potential and things like that, like Oak Nation Academy, very perfect example. Okay, the name and the color of the brand, perfect for you know, the purpose by which the brand has been established. So you want all those things to tally. My next slide. Oh, and also packaging. Yes, those are examples of the visuals, what people see when they relate with your brand. You want all those things to tally. And this is another example. Okay, Glamour Deal. I think Glamour Deal, Yetunde is also here. She sells. Okay, from the brand name, logo, and everything, you can already tell that she's a personal shopper. Okay, she sells things like dresses, shoes, bags, belts, anything. She's there for your, you know, your personal effects. Okay. Now I want you to look at this is number 1, this is number 2, number 3. Woo. Okay. Let me quickly go back. So number 1, number 2, number 3. Which of them portrays what Glamour Deal is trying to offer? Like you can see the image of the lady that is here, the way she looks, and the name Glamour Deal already, she's trying to portray, you know, excitement, so to speak. She's trying to portray, you know, flamboyant. So which of the colors of these, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, which of the colors of the brand actually portrays that? I need your answers very, very quickly. Very, very quickly. You can unmute your mics. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Okay, 1. Someone says 1. Okay, now Royal Cakeness, that's my own brand also. From the name, you already understand what. Okay, someone says 3, someone says 2. Wow. Okay, so it means that the brand color is a bit ambiguous because we have not been able to exactly say what it is. Either that or, okay, someone says 3. Okay, so personally I will agree for 3. I will definitely agree for 3. So Royal Cakeness, this is my brand. This red is not, you know, exactly portraying the royalty, simplicity, sophistication. Okay, it's either I go for number one or number two. And I often use number two. Okay, so I think out of time. Now give it a personality. Okay, be consistent with your message. If like what I wrote here, direct the eyes and the ears of your clients to exactly what you want them to see. Be consistent with your slogans, your captions, your taglines, especially your captions on Instagram. Okay, you are trying to portray excitement, and then you're saying something else in all of your captions and all of that. So direct them to what you want them to see. When you look at some of these brands that sell sweets and all those things, they will not tell you that the calories in this thing is this much, so that you can still buy. So yeah, it's also the voicing is also part of it. But I give an example here. We bring simplicity, stand out with poise. We pay attention to details, like MMC is trying to do. Okay, so versus we dress you for the life of the party. Loud your shakara, dominate your style. Those are different. You're appealing to two different kinds of people. Okay, so so we can see all the slogans. So someone said, okay, number two shows the harmony. Number three overshadows the trust because yellow shows the color harmonization. Wow, just from color. Okay, so you can see the slogans of these different brands. Think different. Ford says go further. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Okay. Coca-Cola, taste happiness. They just, they are not pushing you to see that they are selling sugar and water and cola and stuff. So now the customer experience. What this is just saying is that the customer experience, what the customer experience is the interaction, the end-to-end interaction of somebody with your brand. From the first contact to post-purchase. Okay, what is their experience? People usually mistaking customer experience for customer service. That is how the customer is talked to when somebody approaches them. But what customer experience is from where they see your advert on Instagram, or from where they see your product somewhere or something. What exactly are you portraying? Through inquiry, they come to you. How do you respond to them? Are you nice? Are you casual? Are you serious? Are you friendly? Okay, to purchase. Delivery, very, very important. Your packaging, what does it say? Do you know that sometimes just adding a tag to your product and saying baked with love, like some people do, or baked with precision, or all kinds of things, can trigger some kind of emotion in your customer to post-purchase. Okay, an example is Coca-Cola. There was a time they were writing names of people on this thing. Some people, after drinking the Coke, they will keep the bottle just because of that name. So that's an example of post-purchase. Trying to make sure that your customer is connected emotionally at every point. Like I said, spend money on retaining those customers. Spend money on your packaging, and things like that, just so that you can, maintain them. So you want to ask yourself, what's the best personality I can have for my customers to engage from first touch point to last touch point? Okay, so conclusion. The idea is this, because I'm out of time. I would love to explain some other things, but so maybe when we ask questions, I'll be able to get back to them. Okay, your brand personality should be the starting point of your brand strategy. Okay, so that everything is infused. There is the principle of consistency. When your customers see that this is what you stand for over time, they tend to relate to you like that. If you go to my Instagram page, when people comment, they are always saying royalty, simple, and this thing, attention to details. That is exactly what I want. That's what I'm trying to portray. So in taking my pictures, the background of my pictures, all those things, I am deliberate about portraying that. Okay, So we're not just shabby about what we're doing and think that branding is all about giving them a good product. There are good products everywhere. So what you want your customer to say leaving you is, this company gets me, okay? This company understands what I'm about. That is the goal of brand personality, and that is what makes an emotionally connected customer. Okay, we are looking for brand loyalty. If you have a customer that is connected emotionally, you have brand loyalty. Okay, I'm in Kigali and I still run HRC from here because I have customers that have been able to identify with my brand, and they will not leave. They will not leave, wherever I am, the end of the earth. It is the brand that they are being able to engage, and they understand. So they are emotionally connected. My brand, gets them. So thank you everybody for listening. Let's quickly, I can take a few questions, I guess. So if you have, a few questions, you can send them to the chat area. So I hope I've been able to, to a little extent, explain why brand personality is important to your business. So if there are any questions, please ask. You can unmute your mics and
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Has been really amazing. I hope people can hear me. It's already raining here, so it feels like I'm speaking over background noise. I'm sorry about that. Please, if you have questions, you can start dropping them. Yes. Thank you so much. Like, this session has been really amazing. Like, it makes you really know that you have to go and sit down back at your drawing board to put some of these things together and really know what you're doing. So while we are waiting questions, please, if you have a question, can you raise your hand? There's an option to raise hand, so I'll be able to see here. I'll give us a few minutes for that because we need to wrap up now. Also, for this session, we'll be taking feedback concerning this session so that for our own work, and also to find ways to improve our working time. So one of my team members is going to be dropping the feedback in the chat box like now. So please drop your feedback, and she's going to be dropping the. So why the feedback? Can we have questions? Yes, I can see some. Baby said amazing. Olabode Kushamoto says so many things are in perspective now. Yes, exactly. Actually, put a lot of things in perspective even for me, because these things affect everybody. Not only businesses, even personal brands.
Yes, I was going to mention
people have brands around their own person, and you have to choose. There are people that we know that when you think of them and competence comes to your mind. When you think of some people, you think of them and sophistication comes to your mind. Those kind of things. And just like Anu has rightly said, it's very important to know, because like she has said, I'm realizing that it's either you choose your brand or you have it chosen for you. There can't be a neutral ground. There cannot be a neutral ground to this thing. So you have to be very conscious. Okay, so I can see Femi raising up his hand. Femi, can we have you in a few minutes? A few seconds, possibly.
Okay, my question has to do with personal brand, actually. For those who render services that are not exactly deliverables, and over the years, people have been saying we need to differentiate our brand from our person. What do you think about that?
Okay, so I am not an advocate of differentiate your brand from your person, especially for services like yours, okay? Especially for services that don't exactly have to do with, a particular product. your person can actually be, projected on your brand. And then when you're just starting, or when you're just a few years in business, your person can actually be your brand. If you take a look at some brands like like Virgin, for instance, Richard Branson, you see that when Richard Branson is talking, he's a friendly, down to earth. In fact, sometimes he dresses in what his customer care officers wear, and engages with customers on a one-on-one level. He's that kind of person, okay, down to earth, and it has reflected in everything that Virgin is doing. So from when you start offering these services, your person might have to be your brand. Look at T.Y. Bello, for instance. You can never separate T.Y. Bello from what she offers, from her offerings. It is who she is. She's projecting on the brand, because she knows her target market. Okay, she knows the people that she's trying to connect with, and that is who she is, and she has projected it on the brand. So it's all well and good. So I am not an advocate of don't separate brand from person. It is how do I put it now? It is specific to business. It's specific for business. Okay, it's not all. If you want to get into retail, for instance, you might not be able to successfully project your person on the brand. Okay, and it might not be advisable. So if you look at all the things I've said, the steps in creating your brand, you will see that you see that there are some situations where you actually have to project yourself as a person on the brand. Especially in Nigeria, okay, people don't always. If you go on Instagram, you see that people that get more followership are people that have been able to show their face, associate their face with their branding, so to speak. After a few years, maybe after the business has grown big, the brand can now stand on its own, but it has already taken on your own personality. Do you understand? So I am not an advocate of separation, so to speak, for all business situations. So I hope I've been able to answer you. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, Femi, I hope you've been able to get answers to your question. I'm not seeing any other question here. Yes, thank you. I'm not seeing any other question. I'm not seeing another person raise up their hand. So I'm going to be taking it to mean that we no longer have questions. So we have come to the end, but please, before you go, can you please fill the feedback form? Is in the chat area. It's going to take less than a minute. Trust me. I really promise you that it has been made to be really short, that it can take just less than a few minutes. Our goal is to ensure that we keep improving on our deliverables to help you and your business. So please, your feedback is important to us, because you are helping us to be able to help you. So please, could you just go to the chat box and fill the feedback. We're going to keep this video going because of that for a few more seconds, even though we've ended, so that at least you can still see the chat. Please keep the video for like another 2 minutes. Thank you so much, Anu. It has been great having you.
Thank you.
Hopefully we're going to have you as one of our facilitators for one of our courses very soon. So for people who probably have never attended any of our program before, one foundation is an organization devoted to entrepreneurial development. Basically, we try to help entrepreneurs grow their business by providing needed education, mentoring, and we also have networking opportunities, because we have a community where we have very awesome stuff that go on in our community. Things like, how is your business going? Something like a session, almost like a therapy session for entrepreneurs, if you want to see it that way, something like that. And we have other offerings too. We have one academy where we provide courses, short courses, 3-month courses, some 1-month courses. There's a course that is going on right now, the Basic Entrepreneurial Program, and I'm sure that a number of us that are here who are participants of the course can testify to the fact that the course has been awesome, and we're going to have more and more of that. So if you're interested, okay, for example, if you're interested in joining our community, by the time you submit your feedback form, you will be able to see the link to the membership sign up, to the membership channel. So please do fill the feedback. Thank you so much. It's been great. It's been great having you. I can say that 2 people have already filled it. Yes, I can see everything that is happening right here and right here and here. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm seeing it's 3. I'm basically keeping tabs of it because I know that I don't know why it's pretty difficult to sometimes get feedback from people after a session. So we really want to keep this going until we actually get your feedback. Yes, please don't go until you have done your feedback, please. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll have you again in September. Yes, our next session for Open Business Masterclass this will be in September. We're going to be having another awesome facilitation just like this. Thank you. I'm seeing that people are already feeling it. Thank you. We've hosted over 30 people, if I'm right, in this session, so we should be able to get at least 75% of the feedback. Thank you so much. Okay, I can see that people are online, so I'm assuming that it's because they are still feeling it. Okay, let me still keep this online. Okay, I'm seeing the responses are increasing. It's becoming 5 now, so we have 5 people. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, so to keep while I'm waiting for the feedback, at least to keep a little bit of engagement going, I was saying something about personal branding the other time, and somebody said something to me recently that posted something, not said it to me directly, that really jarred me. The person was saying that your personal brand is either you choose it or you have it chosen for you. And it showed me that it's very true. I can tell that for some of us, you have friends who even their WhatsApp status says something about them. I've gotten to a point in my own looking at WhatsApp status that I can see a status and know who it is without looking at the name. That shows, as in it has happened to me again and again, that there are times that I just see a status, I've not seen the name, and I can already tell who it is, because the truth is that we are being consistent with something, even though you might not realize it. You are being consistent with something. So please, let's take all these information even into our personal brands. Okay, please. I'm still waiting for more feedbacks. Yes. Okay, I think I've had 6 responses here. Okay, we still have 17 people on. So please fill your feedback. As soon as you have filled your feedback, please, you are free to go. We have actually ended. This is just something like a fellowship after fellowship to be able to get feedback from participants.
Let me say something.
Okay.
I would want to, because this thing that I've talked about in like an hour is something that your people spend months and all to learn. So I would want to do free consulting for the first 5 people to message me on WhatsApp, okay, about your business, so we can talk about the details, what you're not doing right, what you should do, next steps, and all of that. So for the first 5 people to message me on WhatsApp, I can.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's such an amazing offer. So please, can you drop the WhatsApp number you want people to reach you on? You can drop it in the chat box.
I'm going to do that now.
Somebody's already saying drop your number.
Okay. All right.
Okay, we have 9 responses. We're getting there.
And also, I'd like to encourage people to actually register for Oak Nations, the academy, because these things are things that you'll be taught in detail about. So we really need, so you can know your onions. Yes, please. All right, thank you, everybody. Bye. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.